Well, the purpose of the billboards is to raise the awareness of the Reason Rally, which is going to be the largest atheist event in world history next weekend, to the atheists in the Jewish and Muslim communities. These communities are especially insular, and the atheists in those communities are completely closeted.
It sounds like, though, you want to have a conversation about religion, about atheism, but can you have a real conversation with others if you just dismiss their beliefs?
Well, they dismiss ours, and we dismiss theirs, and frankly, we're not looking for a conversation. What we're looking for is equality for atheists. We're not looking for a conversation.
This is God's judgment.
Well, there's a group from Ratio Christi going up for the whole day and interacting with the atheists up there, and the atheists don't want them to come. However, the atheists have invited the Westboro Baptist Church. Those crazy church people out there are always saying all these nasty things about homosexuals and protesting Marine funerals and, you know, these really outlandish so-called Christians out there who, in my view, aren't really Christians, not by their behavior anyway. The atheists, want the Westboro Baptist Church to come, but they don't want the Ratio Christi organization to come. Why not?
And this leads to the second feature of fundamentalism. It always picks on the weakest points in another person's argument. But is it not true that if you're really confident of your case, you face the opponent's strongest argument? You don't simply always focus on their weakest arguments. It looks as though religious fundamentalism and atheistic fundamentalism need each other and feed on each other.
I don't care who you are, what community you come from, or what church you go to, or anything else. I want to talk to you, have a dialogue with you about the evidence one way or the other. We'll have a friendly conversation about it, and I'll win the argument.
If in the end my beliefs, my theories, my scientific theories are the results ultimately of the motions of atoms in my brain produced by an unguided, random, mindless process, why should I believe them? In other words, it's like someone sitting on the branch of a tree cutting off the branch on which they're sitting. And it seems to me that therefore atheism actually undercuts the scientific endeavor very seriously.
I have been told by a person who is in a position to know that the reason Dawkins won't debate me really has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the fact that he was really smarting after John Lennox took him to the woodshed in their debates. And he was frankly embarrassed by his performance. He didn't like the way it went with Lennox, and basically determined at that time he's not going to do these sorts of debates anymore because it's simply too humiliating.
His first doctorate on the Kalam cosmological argument was earned under Professor Hick at Birmingham University. That argument is now the most widely discussed argument on the existence of God in contemporary Western philosophy. And that in itself is a very good reason why Richard Dawkins should accept the challenge tomorrow and turn up and debate him in Oxford.
Well, I'm not a philosopher, and that'll be obvious. Perhaps you should have invited a philosopher. I don't know the words epistemic and so on, so I'm not going to use that.
The argument in favour of abortion up until the baby was 1 year old, say, or 2 years old. And so if a baby was 1 year old and turned out to have some horrible, incurable disease that meant it was going to die in agony in later life, what about infanticide? Strictly morally, I can see no objection to that at all. I would be in favour of infanticide.